Hello, 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 girls and gays. There are 60 days left to this year, 60 days left. And that is a horrific thing that there's only 60 days left. No, I'm not having like what do you call it? Like an existential crisis about the fluid nature of time. Um, in fact, I'm having an existential crisis because I have done nothing this year. I have failed every single one of my resolutions, sans one. But I am indeed very close to failing this resolution, right? We started off this year, girls and gays, with a humble 90 kg, right? And here we are at the 1st of November, starting it out with, the 1st of November, I weigh 66 kg. I weighed myself this morning, right? And that sucks. That sucks balls because I have 16 kg to lose till I get to my goal weight, which is 50 kg. For reference, I am 160 centimeters. I want to be 50 kg. I do, right? And so I'm going to make this video as an accountability video to end all the other accountability videos that I have been making since I was 9 years old. Because I want this stupid fucking cycle to end, and I want to accomplish a hard thing. I want to say that I have done this hard thing, right? So 66 kg, right? No, I'm not happy I'm at this weight. And do you know the thing is, you'd think that like going from 90 kg to 66 would give me more of a perspective on weight loss and that I would be happy with my body right now as it is 66 kg, but no one tells you the fucking trials and tribulations of being skinny fat. Being skinny fat is I just like, girl, it is so fucking horrible. I hate the way I look. Cuz it's like when I was fat, I was like I'm fat, I'm fat. But now for some reason I have like thinner legs, yet somehow I still have a gut. But it's like, bitch, I've never had a gut. You know? It really is not fun, and I have some loose skin there and there. Not fun, not fun. Anyway, so um, I've announced my intention, and hopefully by the end of this year, I can come back to you, record a video, and be like, oh my gosh, you guys, like, I got to 50 kg. I did it. It was so fucking easy. It was so fucking easy. I really hope I can do that because I'm done. Like, I'm done with weight loss. I'm done. This is the last fucking year that I have lose weight on my resolutions, bitch. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Um, anyway, so I'm not going to give you the whole history of my weight loss. Uh, I'll do that when I post my really big 1 hour long yap sesh on how I lost weight. Hopefully, if I reach 50 kg, that'll be like my cool thing, because then it can be of the past. Anyway, so because I have 16 kg to lose, let me real quick tell you how I'm going to do that. I am going to do a 7-day water fast. Okay? Now, I am no stranger to the water fast. I'm not. I used to cuck out and do like 21-day water fasts, in which, yes, I would lose weight like this. If you can't see, I have snapped my fingers. So, like, how I'm going to do that. Um, 7-day water fast. Sorry, my train of thought got cut off. Anyway, yeah, I used to cuck out and do 21-day water fast in which I would lose weight very fast. However, that is not sustainable because I would yo-yo diet. And what they don't tell you about water fasting is that you gain it all back. So I'm just going to do a 7-day water fast because when I water fast, it's kind of like I lock in and it's like I go, okay, I've done this much, like you can't go back. It's like the sunk cost fallacy finally hits. And because I'm full of water weight, my actual weight is 62 kg, I would say 62, 63, but it's because I binged for the last 2, 3 days that I have gained weight up to 66. And I want that gone. I want that gone. I want to be at my normal weight and then go from there, you know? So I know this isn't going to become a thing. I have self-control. This is going to be a 7-day water fast to get rid of my water weight. I'm going to do a refeed, and I'm not going to gain it all back. Everything's going to be easy. After I do that 7-day water fast for the like remaining 3 weeks of the month, I am going to be working out. Yeah, I know. I said it. I'm going to be working out. Now, why I'm not going to go to a gym, even though I have a gym close to my house, is because I simply can't afford the subscription right now. I just can't do it. So instead of being down in the dumpster about it, I am just going to do my workouts at home as God intended, you know? So I'm just gonna work out. I'm gonna try and do like 30 minutes of working out, and I'm gonna do 30 minutes of dancing. Yeah, because I like dancing. I like dancing. And for the longest time, I didn't let myself dance because I was like too ashamed of my body, and I hated the way it looked, and I hated when I like moved, how it would jiggle around, and it really triggered my body dysmorphia. You know, I thought I looked disgusting, especially because I like doing K-pop dancing, and as you know, the K-pop girlies are skinny bitches, and I very evidently am not. But I'm gonna go back to doing that because dancing makes me feel really happy. And hey, I need some fucking happiness because unironically, one of the biggest pitfalls that I fall into when I'm dieting is the fucking depression. I get so depressed and I get so sad that I'm basically like a zombie functioning throughout my life. And I get so sad that I can't eat the foods that I want, and then I hyperfixate, and then I start watching mukbangs, and then I go like a fucking drug addict binge. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna work out because working out helps, and because when I get to 50 kg, bitch, I don't want to be skinny fat. I don't want to be skinny fat. You know, like I don't want to have. I don't want to still have a gut and then have like thin legs because it looks. It's not what I want to look like, girl. No, I want to look like the fucking after pictures. You know, I want to have my dream body already. I'm fucking 19. When am I gonna do that when I'm 50? Jeez. Anyway, um, yeah, I said that. I said, numero uno, I'm gonna do my water fast. Numero dos, I'm gonna work out for the rest of the month. Slash, like, year. There's like 2 months left, bitch. And then, like, hopefully, if I feel confident enough in my body, I would love to go to a gym next year. Hopefully, if I've reached 50 kg. Anyway, numero tres, I'm gonna start counting my calories again. I'm gonna start counting my calories because I can't do estimates, and weight loss isn't as easy as it used to be when I was 90. When I was 90, if I just like say just deprived myself a little, I would be dropping a kg by day, you know? Now I actually have to be really precise. So I'm going to start counting my calories daily and posting it in a little journal. I will do that. And then what? I'm not going to do my deficit because I'm not that strict with my calories. Like, I really just want to start building having a normal sense of hunger. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. If I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna eat. And you'd be surprised how many times I just sit with myself and I go, girl, are you hungry? And then I go, no, actually, I'm not. I'm just bored or thirsty or like, you know? You'd be surprised because I'm just so used to being the fat girl, the bitch who always eats, that it was like really weird for me to not exist without something in my mouth like all fucking hours of the day. I even tried to like build the habit of like eating gum, but then I was like, girl, I don't need to be eating all day and chewing all day. Like that's not me. That's not how I gained weight, girl. I gained weight because I would sit down and then I would eat a humongous amount of food all at once. Like even like a quick story. Um when me and my friends would go out, I was known as the bitch who would finish everyone else's plate, you know, and it would be like a haha gag. And so, like, the other time when we went out, they were like, oh, come finish our plates. And I was like, girl, I'm actually like full. And then they were like, what? No way. And then for some reason, I felt ashamed and I went and forced myself to keep eating. Like, girl, why? Girl, why? Anyway, not my thing. Numero cuatro. I'm gonna go back to drinking my large intake of water. Yeah, I'm gonna brush off the dust of my dupe $5 Stanley. Yeah, and I'm gonna go back to drinking like an elephant. Yeah, because I can tell, like, that I haven't been drinking water. I feel like shit. Dieting without water is so horrible because I feel constantly like a dried out husk, and I feel so tired, and my skin is shit. So I do need to go back. I'm gonna start doing my 4 liter grind again. And those 4 liters aren't just water. A liter of that is going to be green tea because, which is crazy boots, I think I have truly acclimated myself to the taste of green tea because now I do enjoy green tea. It is like an integral part of my day. I drink my 500 milliliter cup of green tea with such relish, you know? I really do like it, especially because I put a little bit of sage in it. So I don't, because I'm always bloated. Like, I'm famously always bloated. So, like, I drink it in the morning, top of the morning to ya, and then the rest of the day, my digestive system is fine, and I just feel so good. So, those are the 5 things I'm gonna do from here to the end of the month to lose weight, right? And then I told myself, wouldn't it be cool if I, like, I'm gonna put myself in the mood, bitch. I'm gonna romanticize my weight loss, you know? So, um, I put like a calendar, um, not a calendar, it's like just a sheet of paper that I stuck to my bedroom wall, and it has the numbers of scale, you know, 67 all the way to 50. And I'm going to cross out one every time that I reach a new low, which will be very cool because it's very nice to see a visual representation of that. You know, I feel like I wish I'd done that ever since I was 90 kg because I feel like looking at all those X's would be pretty nice. Um, Especially because I really need stuff to motivate me. Because full disclosure, like I have another friend who's also going on a weight loss journey, and me and her are pretty similar with our current weight, our goal weight, our height, ilach ilach. And she like has access to a gym, and she uh is very knowledgeable nutritionally. So like she like it's much easier for her to do it, especially when you have a gym. It's pretty easy for you to do that. Um, so yeah, God, what am I talking about? I did the calendar thing, and hopefully by the end I can be 50 kg and I can like post it and I can be so excited and happy with myself that I finally fucking did it, and then I'm not gonna have to go into 2076 a fat bitch, and then I'm gonna finally not put lose weight on my New Year's resolution. Oh my God, 9-year-old me would be gagged and gooped. Anyway, and I also really want to reach 50 kg because I want to prove to myself that I can do it without starving, you know? Because, like, I have been 50 kg before. I reached 50 kg when I was 14, and it was bad because I was doing it through water fasting, you know? Pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So, also, in honor of me being 66 kg and having 60, not 60, god damn it, 16 kg left to lose, I took a page out of, I guess, Amberlyn Reed's book and wrote on my Notion 16 reasons to lose weight. And I'm just gonna lay them out real quick for future me. Future me, you better not have fucked this up. I really want to start a fashion Instagram and a YouTube channel because I love talking, as is evident, and I want to have a YouTube channel because I wanted to have it since I was a child, where I just do whatever and talk and do whatever. And a fashion Instagram because I thrift a lot and I really, really like fashion and I really like clothing, but you probably can't tell because I dress like a bum every day because I hate my body. I wear the same baggy beige pants and the same really big baggy white button up and the same really big black hoodie, and I look like a fucking rectangle, and it is driving me insane because you would think, bitch, you've lost weight though. I still don't like the way I look, girl. I still don't like the way I look. Now it's like I'm in this weird middle space where it's like the clothes when I was fat don't fit me anymore and they look really bad on me, but my skinny girl clothes don't look good either. You know, my skinny girl clothes don't look good either because they're way too tight. So yeah, I want to do that. And number 2, I want to be rid of my decade-long problem because it has been a decade. You know, I'm 19, started at 9. It's been 10 years. Bitch, this is embarrassing. Number 3, to prove to myself that I can accomplish things since I've basically failed literally everything else. Which is true. I love a little setting goal moment and then not accomplishing any of my goals. This year especially has been the year of my academic fucking failure. I have been rejected from med school and I have failed a lot of my classes in university. Not failed, like failed and gotten low grades. So it is really bad. It's really bad. So weight loss is the only thing I'm clinging to, or 2025 will have been a complete fucking waste. And then number 5, so my face looks photogenic all the time and my face doesn't have to look like a bloated piece of bread and finally have some definition. Because if you guys don't know, my family actually has a really nice facial structure. I may have gotten the short genes and the fat genes and the teeth genes and all the other bad genes, but you cannot say that my dad's family does not have a good fucking facial structure. Those motherfuckers' faces are carved, bitch. Hands on my knees, I am Angelina Jolie. You know? So I really want to unlock that face, girl. I want to unlock that face. Like, when I see the hint of a collarbone, or like the hint of a cheekbone, I literally, no one understands. Like, I literally want to cry. Like, I'm so excited. And to be photogenic because, again, I have very pretty friends. Every time we take a picture, I have to be the bitch who's like, no, I don't want you to post that on your story because I look like shit in it. Tee-hee. Or like, great, all 3 of you look nice and I look disgusting. You know? Or like we'll be taking especially full body pictures of like our outfits and I will again look disgusting. And I don't want to do that. And you gain this perspective so much when you used to be really fat like I did when I was 90 kg. When I look back at the pictures that I used to take when I was 90 kg with my friends, I genuinely, my gag reflex is triggered. My gag reflex is triggered because what the fuck was I doing to myself? Because I looked so bad, especially compared to how I look now. Like, oh my god, just, like I was the duff. I was the duff. And it was so horrible the way I looked. Not one outfit would look nice on me. And like when we'd film videos of us like going places or like vlogs, holy fucking shit, like no human I fear should look like that. And like I never got to have fun in my teen years because of that, and it's really shit. It's not fun, you know. I want to feel pretty. I want to be the pretty one. And number 6 is to have fun in my 20s. Number 7, to prove to your family members and everyone who doubted you that you can do it, because I hope you can't hear that. But yeah, to prove to everyone that I can do it and to prove to all my family members. If you do not know, really quickly, I'm not going to get into it, but I have had a very sordid history with my extended family, especially my mother, because we love and eat that's passed down through generations. And my father, dearly departed, treated me like shit and constantly fat shamed me. So I just want to be done. I just want to prove to everyone that fuck y'all, I did it. And y'all can't bully me anymore. And I won't have to be scared of going to family gatherings because I won't be the fat one that they all pick on. And no one's going to be micromanaging my weight and micromanaging what I eat. And you know what? Maybe I'll even get to pull a Uno reverse card and be like, hello, bitch who used to fucking talk shit about me all the time, talk shit about my body. Guess what? Now you're the fat one. Sucks to suck, huh? Let me give you a diet plan, unprompted. You know, I just can't wait to do that. I'm never gonna fat shame anyone. I never will. But just that they won't be able to say anything anymore, and it will be awesome for me to finally have some respect. Anyway, number 8, to walk the streets and to eat in public and not be embarrassed, because I feel like every fat bitch is very like aware of the fact that when you eat something in public, you very much feel like everyone is staring at you. And that's not like a fact, because most of the time no one gives a shit, because like no one gives a shit, you know? It's just stuff, but you as a fat person, you feel like shit when you're eating in public. And I want to get rid of that shame. I do. And to walk the streets, like I genuinely walk the streets and I feel embarrassed to walk the streets. I just feel so hyper aware of everything. I genuinely feel like my body is on fire, like my very skin is burning. I hate that fucking feeling so much, and I want to get rid of that shame. like I swear, my brain, it just will not shut up. It's like, oh, they must all be staring at you and thinking you're so ugly and so fat and so disgusting, and oh, you're going upstairs, your thighs are probably jiggling so much and everyone's probably shit talking you, you know. And I don't want to have that fucking feedback loop in my brain anymore. And it's like helped so much that I've lost like a good amount of weight, because that feedback loop has very much lessened. Like I still struggle with it, but it's very much lessened, and life is a little bit more bearable. Especially with like eating in public. Eating in public, girl, I don't want to always be ashamed every time I put something in my mouth that isn't like a tomato, you know? And even when I do put a tomato in, I'm always like, oh, girl, they don't believe you. They know for a fact that you go and pig out at home. You know? So that. What else? Uh, to be finally considered pretty, and so you're not the ugly one out of every group you're in, and not feel like shit beside anyone you stand beside. I've addressed this before. And number 10, for the baby who went through every humiliation because of her body and wrote so many diary entries and poetry about how much she hated her body and about what people would say to you when you were fat. I want to do it for baby me, because no 11/12-year-old slash 13-year-old slash 14-year-old should have gone through what I went through and been so ashamed for so long and hated herself for so long. And number 11, to go into stores and know that everything looks good. You know, you don't have to have that humiliation ritual every time you go shopping, and all the cute clothes don't fit you, and you have to go to the fucking maternity section to find something that looks nice on you. And even if the cute clothes do fit you, you feel uncomfortable in them. I don't want to go through that, bitch. I want to finally be feminine. I want to finally be feminine and feel cute, bitch, and not feel like a fraud when I put on anything that isn't like a black t-shirt. Anyway, to not have to divide your life anymore into weight loss periods of time, so you don't have to keep fucking planning and being disappointed and live normally. Because I don't want to go into another year being like, okay, January I'm gonna lock in, February I'm gonna lock in, these 2 weeks I'm not gonna eat anything, and just dividing my life like this. I just want to live like a normal human. I don't want to keep planning out my months in advance on what I'm gonna eat. I don't want to start any more food logs. Like, I am fucking tired. I am done. I am done. I just want to live normally. I just want to have a month go by where I don't feel like shit, and where I don't weigh myself every single day, and where I'm not disappointed that I haven't starved for these past 2 weeks. You know, I just want to have a normal 2 weeks. I want to go celebrate like celebrations and holidays with my family normally, and not have to do like a month before and a month after of dieting. You know? And 13, this is the furthest you've ever gone with weight loss, and if you go back now, especially after seeing how much better life is and how much pretty you are, you will never forgive yourself, because this took a year's worth of work. Which, yes, obviously, I've tried to lose weight many times before, and I've never made it past the 80s mark. So when I genuinely crossed the 80s threshold, it was like something opened in front of me. I was like, hold the fuck on, weight loss is real. Because you need to know that I have been fat. Like, I have been like in the late 80s, 290 for about 4 years, you know? And that was like really bad. It was genuinely really bad, because I just stopped believing weight loss was real. I swear. Like, it was so horrible. Like, I would yo-yo fast, I would yo-yo diet so many times. I would lose weight and then I would gain it back. But I would never like, I can't explain it, be on my diet long enough to pass the 80s. So just the fact that like I've gone past the 80s, and then when I got past the 80s, the 60s were like genuinely a mythical number. They were a mythical number. Like, I kept telling myself, if I ever reach 69, I will just be happy with my body and I won't care. 50s wasn't even in the fucking plan. It wasn't even in the itinerary, because 50s wasn't a real number to me. Like, if 69 was mythical, girl, 50 was out of the stratosphere. So I'm proud of myself that I got to this point, and I'm proud of myself that my goal was so attainable. Now, and what else? That I'm pathetic, yes, and that I've wanted a thigh gap since I was 11, and when am I going to do it? When I'm 30. Which, yes, I don't want to keep, I want to have a thigh gap, girl. Or not even just a thigh gap, I just want to have some space between my legs. I don't want my thighs to be rubbing together. I don't want to constantly have to fucking put Vaseline on the rashes on my thighs. You know, I don't want to constantly have rashes from sweat and fucking there be like so many rashes underneath my fupa, between my thighs. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired. And to have access to all the clothes that you have right now and not till you're skinny. Because again, I love fashion. I love Pinterest. I love thrifting. So I have a lot and a lot and a lot of clothes in my closet that I have never put on my skin, slash, like, haven't put on my skin ever since I bought them, or haven't put them on my skin since I was like 11. Because I kept telling myself, you don't deserve to wear these till you're skinny. And you don't deserve to wear these outfits that the Pinterest bitches are wearing till you're skinny. You know? And I want to have access to my fucking closet already. And 16, no more knee pain. When you want to go to the gym, you'll look skinnier and you'll be able to wear really cute workout clothing without feeling like shit. Which, yeah, I used to struggle with horrific knee pain, and it has lessened immensely now that I've lost weight. It has lessened immensely, which really just goes to prove that it was the fucking weight girl, which makes sense because no one should be 90 kg at 160 cm. No one should be, girl. No one should be. And I can't wait to not have any knee pain whatsoever ever again. Because people are gonna talk about how debilitating joint pain is. Like, I would cry. I would literally just sit in my bed and just cry and like massage my knees and drink so many painkillers and like put the muscle relaxant cream, and nothing would help. They would just keep pulsing and keep, like, they would kill me, you know? So no more knee pain, especially when I work out. And wait, where's my list went away? Oh yeah. And to dance and look how I want to and look feminine. Because again, I really like dancing, and I would like to go back to dancing and learning choreographies and not feel shame and feel feminine, you know, girl, because people don't talk about how much being fat your whole life and having a lot of negative speech, well, let's just say it, verbal and physical abuse, because of your weight, be spoken and said, and how that fucks with your sense of gender, you know? Because even though I'm a cis woman, and I've never not wanted to be a cis woman, you know, my pronouns are she, her, and will stay she, her. I'm firm in that. I felt so alienated from femininity because so many people would say that I looked like a monster, or I looked like an animal, or I didn't look like a girl, or I would look at all the girls on Pinterest and be like, see, you're wearing a beautiful outfit that I would love to wear, that beautiful frilly mini skirt. I would love to wear that, except I would look like a fool wearing it, and you look beautiful and pretty because you're feminine and you fit into femininity and you look pretty, you know? And it's not that I'm saying that like fat people who wear those clothes aren't pretty. I genuinely do think you're pretty. I just, if I wore them, I would feel like I'm putting lipstick on a pig. Another thing with makeup, for the longest time, I didn't let myself put any makeup on my face because, again, lipstick on a pig, you know? So I would love to finally feel feminine. Like, I'm just now comfortable with wearing the color pink and wearing the color that isn't black. Because if a fat bitch knows, the uniform for the longest time was black pants, black shirt, and I'm out. And I'm so upset for all those years that I spent lusting after clothes, and I just simply didn't wear them because I just didn't feel comfortable and I didn't feel feminine. And I want to feel feminine. I want to be feminine. I want to explore more styles of clothing. I want to explore wearing something baggy because I want to wear something baggy, not because it hides. Or I want to explore wearing more masculine clothing and having them fit me the way I want to. And like experimenting with different haircuts because my face shape looks like my face would look good in no matter what haircut, you know? Because for the longest time, I just had that really, really long, straight hair with absolutely no definition in it. And so when I lost some weight, when I got to 70, it was like my thing where it's like, okay, you lost weight, go reward yourself with a haircut. And I did, and I felt so beautiful. And it felt really nice, and it didn't take away from my femininity, because having such long hair, it was kind of like the only feminine thing I had about me, you know? So I really clung to it. But when I cut it off, when I had the freedom to cut it off without it fucking with my perception of self, it really did help, and I did feel freer. Because I would be on two different extremes. I would be this bitch who's like completely foreign from femininity and just feel like a blob of nothing. It's not like I would feel masculine. I would just feel like a blob of shit, a blob of nothing, a blob of genderless ugh, you know? I would oscillate between that extreme and oscillate between the other extreme of like, I want to shave all my hair off, I want to be a man because it's so much socially acceptable to be a fat guy than be a fat woman. Or like the other extreme where I would feel like I'm just this excess of femininity because my tits were so big and my gut was so big and my thighs were so big and my butt was so big that it's just like I just felt like a melting wax candle, just like I was just too much femininity, too much woman, too much that like I spilled out of the confines of beauty, you know? Anyway, God, I've been talking for a very long time. I say all this to say 2 months, easy, whatever, 75 hard, 60 hard, blah blah hard. I don't care. I just need to know that I'm going to be 50 kg by the end of this month. So help me God. So help me God. I'm going to accomplish one fucking thing this year. And yeah, I'm going to stop binging because I'm not an animal. And I refuse to keep binging. And my skin looks like shit. So anyway, this is easy. You've done this before. You've already lost a shitload of weight. You can do hard things. And it's just 2 months. You know? It's just 2 months. And yeah, I hope that I can come back in 2 months and record a video being like, haha, I did it. And until then, I shall see you again.